I don't know how big of a Canon fan you are, but my boss is also a huge Canon guy. And like all the time we're like, well, Sony's better. And he's like, what are you talking about? Canon's better, Canon's better. And like we just go on like these huge rants about like why we have Sony versus, or why we have Canon versus Sony, right?
Well, I think the reason that I went for Canon is that it's what I've used in school,
Right.
especially in Major B. Besides the one time I used like a Blackmagic. So
Yeah. Yeah, doesn't he have like the T5s or T3s, which was one of those, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, the Rebels, because like that was my first camera, like, and that's what I always like. I'm always like, yeah, I started with Canon. Like I had my first camera was a Canon Rebel T6i, right? And again, I have no qualms with Canon. I have no problems. Like I didn't have any problems with that camera. I just needed something that could like record better, like because the Rebels, they don't go up to 4K, right? They're like full HD cameras, right? And like that's the whole point of them. They're supposed to be like consumer level, right? Entry cameras, So you don't need to be recording 4K 120 FPS on a freaking, like because that's power. That's a powerhouse camera that does stuff like that. But like for me, like Sony's low light performance is just untouched by like everyone, save for like the Reds, right? And like like the other like professional like grade cameras, right? But like if you want still a camera that still has like this nice mixed consumer, like prosumer is what my high school teacher would call it, right? Which is like the level between consumer and professional, right? Like Sony was like, it's just right there, because like again, this thing could pretty much see in the dark. The FX3 can see in the dark, right? And it's just like, yeah, Canon, like the Canon, like what is it, the R5, right? I think it is. Yeah, it's like that's a really good camera, right? I'm not even gonna lie, right? If someone handed me an R5 right now, I'd be like, thank you, right? And I would shoot on it for sure, right?
Oh, yeah.
But it's just like for what I know that I do, like for example, with the intern when I was making that, I was like, dang man, I need a camera that can like handle this night stuff, because we were primarily shooting at nighttime, and that just wasn't gonna be like my Canon Rebel that I had at the time. I knew that, and I knew if I wanted, like for example, the R5 is like a $4,000 or $5,000 camera, right? This, my Alpha C600, that was like $1,400, right? Come on now, I guess it's just like,
Yeah. Big
yeah. So I don't know. That's kind of how it is. Like that's how it started for me, right? And I just kind of like found myself falling down the rabbit hole, right? Where I was just like, well, I'm already here. I might as well upgrade all the stuff I have, right? But again, like nothing against Canon, Nikon. That's a different story. There's a reason why they had to freaking put the red sensors into all their cameras now, right? What was wrong with your sensors before, Nikon? You quote me on that, all right?
Yeah. Shane,
but
what is wrong with your camera?
Yeah, just like, oh wait, no. It's just like I asked Nikon for a sponsorship like 5 years. They just like pull up that clip and just like, so what'd you say about that? No. That's not me. That was Sean Crabb that said that actually. That was not. Yeah.
The listeners don't know who Sean Crabb is. They don't know about the.
That's true. Yeah. Well, that's a story for another time.
That's another podcast.
Yeah, it's like an inside joke. You have to watch all of the episodes to figure it out. We won't tell you which one we actually explain it in.
Episode 53, we'll get to Sean Crabb.
It's just randomly like 20 minutes in. It's just like, by the way.
I had always filmed on my mom's Nikon. It's my first camera that I filmed actual projects on besides like a handy cam.
Mm-hmm.
So like I was used to the Nikon. And then like I was helping Matt out like he was doing the Welcome Week stuff. And I was kind of he was like, hey, come help do this or come see what it's like to be Welcome Week. And he pulls out his Canon and he's like filming all this stuff. And it was like the quality on it was really good. And I was like, I told him like, I'm going to get that refund and go straight to Best Buy and get a camera.
No, that's what I did with my drone. Like I got my refund in the spring. And that was the first time I'd ever gotten a refund actually. Cause like before, I don't know why, but that was the first time I ever got one. I was like, what am I supposed to do with this money? They were like, yeah, you could use it to pay towards your loans and blah, blah, this. And I was like, no, right. Checks out.
Yeah, sure.
Right. But yeah. And like, yeah, I guess we could talk about that next, which is kind of like upgrades to like gear, right? For me, I know I've talked about this with you guys where I'm just like, I don't think I need to upgrade my gear much more than I already have, right? Especially after like this year, right? Because like I've got two cameras and an assortment of lenses, like you've seen my kit.
Yeah.
And like the drone and the gimbal, and like that was like the drone and the gimbal were like the last two things that I feel like were like the big things that I wanted to get, to be able to like do aerial stuff and then also to not have shaky cam like for everything, right? And now that those bases are covered, there's really like nothing else for me besides what I've come to realize, which is that I need a 35 lens. Like I don't know why I blanked on this giant gap that I have in my kit, which is just like I have a 12 millimeter, right? I have a 16 millimeter, and then from the 16, right, which is the lens that's on here right now, it goes to 50. It's just 16 to 50. Like, that's all I have. Like then my next lens up is a 50 millimeter. And so I quite often find myself like, especially doing shoots nowadays where I'm just like, I need something that's like right in the middle of that, right? I was like, oh, this is too wide, this is too tight. There's a reason why 35s exist, right? I'm aware of that, right? It was just like before, I guess, I don't know. I just was like, it'd be fine. Because usually I'll shoot everything tight or I shoot everything wide, right? But yeah, that would probably be the thing that I get. And like I've been talking to my boss about it because I was trying to like kind of kill two birds with one stone. Because Sigma, which is the company that does this lens,
Sigma.
uh, yeah, literally, but they're based in Japan, right? And like, yeah, there's a whole nother story about like how I went into a Sigma store in Japan because like those don't exist in America. Like they like me and Kaylin were just talking about that, how like there's no like dedicated like camera and lens stores for real. Like in America, like you could go to like Best Buy and stuff like that, and they have like a camera section, but it's like that's a whole electronic store. Over in Japan, there was like just straight up rows of lenses, rows of cameras, and that's the whole store, right? Like and a whole bunch of other accessories, right? SD cards, whatever, right? And that's the store. Like there was many stores that were like that. But yeah, so like I went into the Sigma store when we were there, and I saw all the lenses that they had. Of course, I could have got one, right? Like one good one, right? That would have been my entire budget for the whole trip. um, but like I've been thinking because they just announced this one. Um, I think it was earlier this year. Let me not get the focal length wrong. Yeah, 17 to 40 millimeter. I don't know if it's gonna focus on this, but it's freaking beautiful, man. And you can get this lens because like Sigma, since it's a third party, they have like the different mounts for all of the camera types. So they have it for Canon, Nikon, all of them, right? But 16 to 40 at the f-stops is 1.8, right? Is the max. And it's just like, whoa, that's a really good like zoom lens, right? And it costs a pretty penny. But
Yeah.
like it's like it will cover like like that whole middle ground that I'm missing, right? So like, cause like on other lenses you can get is like a 24 millimeter and stuff like that. But like if I got for example, a 35 and a 24, right? Like those two lenses, it costs the same amount as just buying that one lens, right? And so I don't know. I'm just thinking about it right now because it's just like definitely like the Sony one hasn't even come out, right? Like it's still on pre-order right now, so it's not like I'm like, oh, I gotta wait like 5 years for it or anything like that. But I definitely have time to think about it. But it's just like that would be the only thing that I see myself upgrading in my kit is just covering that focal length that I don't have right now because yeah, it's just I've checked all my boxes, but what about you? Like, do you have like I'd say what's on your wish list? I would say like is the question.
Well, I had the first lens that I was gonna get when I was looking at the camera was that I was looking at one that was like a set because a friend of mine had it when I was at the
Hmm.
camp for media team. It was like a 70 to 300, I think.
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
a big one. There's the white
yeah.
one,
Those big boys. Yeah.
and it was like it was a lot. I think it was like $2,000. I was
Yeah, yeah, easily
like
for sure.
okay, I think I'll just stay with this one lens and figure out how to do stuff with that. But now I'm thinking of like you were talking about going wide. There's that 16 millimeter that I saw that was 300. I kind of
Mm-hmm.
want to get
Yeah.
that to do some more
What brand
wide.
was that? Was it? It was Canon, right? It
It
was
was
officially
Canon, yeah.
Canon. Yeah, yeah. Okay.
I looked up it on B&H
Mm-hmm.
shopping or film
Yeah,
or
yeah.
whatever it's
That's
called.
B&H. Yeah.
I just looked because that's what Anderson said was to look up on.
I mean,
I was
yeah,
like,
that's pretty much who I shop from nowadays.
but that's I definitely want some lenses. I think I want to get either like a jig like Anderson had that was like the crane.
Mm-hmm.
I think I kind of want to get one of those just to do some like crazy stuff.
Counterpoint, counterpoint. Buy a drone. That's my
Well,
counterpoint.
that's another thing on my list was is a drone.
Right.
Like I
'Cause
tried that.
I don't think you'll need a crane if you have a drone
That's true.
because like I don't know. Well, you weren't at the shoot, but like essentially how the drone works is I haven't released a video. I recorded a whole video like going over it. But how my drone works, like I don't know if this is all the DJIs or maybe just the later ones, but I have the DJI Mini 4, which retails right now MSRP is like 1500, right? Shoots up to like 4K 30. Essentially it has this like automation, like automated mode where you can program like the route, right? And it like I sent like a couple of shots in the chat where like you can just go right, and you can have it like do that move as many times as you want, right? And I was talking to my aunt about it. I was like, there's this Kendrick Lamar shot that he did in the I think it was the Humble music video where like it's like the you right where the camera's like just you yeah like I can do that with the drone. They probably did that with a crane, right?
Yeah.
Because like why would you like why do you need to do all this extraness? But if you just have the drone, you not only are able to like program those little moves right there where you can be like right in front of your face and then go up, go over, go right back right here, you know, as long as you're still standing in the right spot because it's gonna do it like automated, right? There's no point of me getting a crane because I can do that plus all the aerial stuff. So I was just like, because like I was thinking about that too. Where I was like, I want to be able to get like one of those robot arms that I can program, right? Because it seems cool, or even just like to be doing like those wide sweeping shots with the manual crane. But all that stuff, once you learn your drone, like you can just do that with that. So it's just like boom, like that took that off my own list, right? I don't know if yeah, like it's good to have both, but I don't know. I just feel like if I can find a way to do it another way with stuff that I already have, that's more money in my pocket for something else, you know? Like the way that the settings are, because I haven't messed with it completely because I've only flown like 4 times. But the way the settings are, at least from what I saw, is like it has it where it does it like in a straight path and it does it in like a curved path, like an arc. So like for example, like if point A was here and point B was here, either you could like just you or you could kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like there's a bunch of different like options on that stuff. Like that's why I would keep beating myself up about just sitting on that thing. You know, like it's just literally just collecting dust in a box for like 6 months, right? Because it's like September now, right? And I got it like when I got my refund from this last semester. Yeah, so it's just been sitting around. I'm just now flying it. I'm just like, dude, I had like all of these tools, right? And I was just like, because I think I've probably told you like before, where I was just like, oh, I'll probably whip out my drone for this video. I just like never did. Like, yeah, I'll probably take out the drone. Maybe I'm thinking about it.
You're
Yeah,
gonna
it
do it.
just
Never does.
sits in the box. Yeah, but now it's out, and now I've got the extra batteries for it too. So I've got like 2 hours of flight time on that thing, and I'm gonna bring it pretty much everywhere. Like the boat shoot at the end of September, I want to like get like shots of like going around the boat and things like that we wouldn't be able to get right. You know,
Yeah.
like just with the camera, right? Because like just why not? I have it in my kit for a reason. So yeah. So what else is on the list? So we got some lenses, right? A drone and or crane, right?
Yeah.
What else?
And
What
or
else you got on there?
well, the software is on there too, but I mean, I'm
Right.
to get that. So there's
Yeah.
nothing really. A family member
Right.
of mine has another family member is in film just like us,
Hmm.
and they go out and they've done some like crazy stuff. Like I've seen some videos of what they've done, and it's just like, how can I do that?
Right.
But
Right.
they were like, here's some film equipment that he doesn't really use anymore. If you want to use it out for a little bit, and then see if you want to figure out a fair price or some kind of situation where you can use it or whatever. And
Right.
I was like, all right. And I'm not going to do the Steadicam because I was excited to do the Steadicam. And then I did the Steadicam for one of my last assignments at school. And
Hmm.
I was like, I'm never touching a Steadicam again. The whole like holding it and setting it up, I was just like, I
Dude,
can't do it.
I could have told you that. No, no. There's a reason I got the Gimbal.
Yeah. I'd probably get one of those. That's probably what I would do next is get one of those gimbals you have so I can go like and learn how to do it
Right.
and be
But
able to
yeah,
like do all of it and all kinds of crazy stuff.
I think I probably told you the story, but like one of my coworkers had like this pretty much his exact setup. Like I straight up just stole his setup. I'm not gonna lie. I actually pretty much stole his whole flow because like even the ethics, I was like, I like what you have. I'm gonna take that. But yeah, so he had the gimbal, he had the two like attachments that I have on it. And I got to use that a couple of times during our time there at Fort Cavazos and Fort Hood now. And I was just like, I'm gonna need me one of those. All right. I was like, if this disappears, it wasn't me. All right. Right. But yeah, so like once I got my hands on that and I was able to like learn how to use, because it was still a learning curve. Like I remember putting my hands on it for the first time and like I got like Vietnam flashbacks to the Steadicam and I was just like, I don't want to break this thing. I was like, and he was like, just take the gimbal. And but like once I actually got comfortable with it, and even still now, I'd say I'm not as surgical with it as like I've seen people be. Like Henry, I know is way better than me at the gimbal. Even my boss at my job right now, we've got I think a RS2 at the job, like so it doesn't have like the handles on it, so it's just like the one middle part. Dude, when I tell you that man can get like the steadiest B-roll shots on the freaking planet. All right. Like he's like, I see him moving. He's like, he got it. And he's just like, I'm like, the forearm strength that you're doing, just like backhanding and just going around. I'm just like, okay, man, you don't got to flex on me like that. And then he's like, all right, your turn. And I grab it. I'm just like, so like I can see the difference, right? Like I see that I still have like some things that I need to learn. Yeah, so I can see where I have things to learn, and that's also another thing. I'm thinking like at this point, I'm not trying to glaze him or anything, but I'm thinking Jacob might even be better at the gimbal than me, right? Just because like as much as I do, right? Sorry, I didn't mean to say it like that. But as much as as much as I film, right? Uh, like even in my shoes, like half the time I'm handing it off to Jacob, right? And so it's just like Japan, case in point, where I can just be like, okay, here you go, right? And I know he's got it, right? And so it's just like at that point, I feel like I don't know, like it's hard like to get like a concrete number, but if I were to have to like tally it up, who's used my gimbal more? Or like for more hours or something like that, like me or Jacob, it would definitely be close, right? If it's still me on top, it's like not like he's like all the way down here. It's definitely close, right? Oh yeah, and that's part of the reason why I wanted him. And I was like, dude, why aren't you pursuing this as like at least like some kind of side hustle, Because like you know what you're doing. But yeah, so I'd say for sure that's a valid one. Out of those four things, the order in which I would get the things is lenses first for sure, right? Because are you still using your kit lens? Or
Yeah, I'm still using the kit
okay,
lens.
yeah, lens first, and like this is pretty much the order that I went in as well. Lenses first, then the gimbal, right? I would say, then the drone, and or crane, and you can swap those however you please, right? But because like in just like even that ranking is gonna be how much you use them, right? Because like you can freehand a shot, right? But as long as your lens, like, because like some lenses have built-in stabilization, like I know this one does.
Mine does.
One of my Rokinons, and I think my kit lens does as well. But they have like the built-in stabilization, so okay, hold off on the gimbal, right? And then once you get the gimbal, you're able to get like that smooth cam stuff, right? And even then that expands your range. You can lift it all the way up and do a whole bunch of stuff there. So that's kind of doing crane-ish, drone-ish things there with the moves, like with the, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why I would do that next. And then, yeah, and then whichever one you feel like you want to get next is what I would go. But for sure.
I'm definitely gonna get the lens, the 16mm lens first, because
Mm-hmm.
70 pricey.
No, for sure. I like, again, like that lens that I showed you, that 17-40 is I think 919, right? Which is not bad, right? Especially like once you really get into lenses, like you
Yeah.
easily paying over $1,000 for a decent lens, right? But still kind of up there, right? But for sure, like it really just depends on what you're trying to do, right? Because for me, like the lenses that I have, I think my tightest prime is a 135, which is like that big one. I don't know if we use that one, but it's like that big, right? It's a 135 millimeter, and then I have a zoom that I think is 70 or 75 to 200, right? But it's a vintage zoom. It's not like it's a vintage, like in the meaning it's like the f-stops are like f3.5, right? Like up, right? The lenses that you're talking about, like for example, would be like a f4, right? Or even lower than that, which is why it's like $2,000 partially, right? Um, because I mean, like it's a good lens, right? And so like it has like consistent like aperture, right, and all that kind of stuff. It makes it like a well-rounded, like day, night, whatever is gonna look consistent, right? I'd say depending, like if you're gonna do more narrative stuff, you're gonna find very fast that you're rarely gonna use anything tighter than 85, right? Because like that's just how it is, right? Like my 135 did come in handy when I was going in the lake, right? Because
Yeah.
I didn't want Jordan to go in the lake with the camera or anything like that. So the 135 there, like yeah, for sure, right? So you could still get like that kind of like this kind of framing and be outside of the water, right? But most of the time, you're shooting like a narrative or a conversation scene. You're not going tighter than the 85, right? And
Yeah,
that's already for close ups.
that's what I was thinking. I think it was just like I got the new camera and I was like, "Oh, I want to get a shiny new lens. I want to
Right.
play."
No, I mean, I get it. I get it. It's like
Yeah,
it's the call. It's the calling. You feel like you have to.
yeah. I
You
was like,
know.
I have to have this, but
Right.
then I started thinking about it. I was like, no, I need to wait and to figure this out. And then talking to you about this and like filming the one shot from the Superman and just in general, I think I'm gonna do stuff more wide
Wide. Yeah.
than like
Exactly.
close
Yeah.
up.
And again, that's why my like that's why this one does not leave my camera most of the time. Like you probably noticed, I mostly film on the 16,
Yeah,
right? All of the stuff in Japan, right? Like every single shot in that trailer, right, that I dropped was on the 16. Like none of that was on. Like I shot some stuff on the vintage lenses, and my other Rokinons, but like most of it is the Sigma 16. And what's the aperture on that Canon one? I don't know. Did I ask that already?
I think this is how rusty I am. Aperture is like the f stop.
Yes, f-stops. Yeah, so it'd be like 1.4, 1.8, 2, or something like that.
I think it's if I had my camera, it's in there in the other room. I can't grab it, but I think it's
Okay,
a.
I
I
can look
think
it
it's
up. You know
the
what it looks like?
yeah. It's
Could
the
you
Canon
identify it? Canon 16.
or
Let me just look up 16.
are you talking about the lens I want to get? I thought you were talking about the one that was on
Yeah.
my camera.
Oh no, the one that you want to get. Is it this one? I think.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So this is a 2.8. That's pretty good. Hmm. I don't know. Again, me, because I shoot more low light stuff, I wouldn't get it. But that's just because I know, like for example, like this Sigma is 1.4, right? And I can send you a couple videos that'll show you like even a 1.8 to a 1.4 is crazy different, right?
Yeah,
Like I didn't think it was that crazy because I was just like, oh, it's just a 1.8. It's like that's just one stop up. Like what? How bad can it be, right? And like there was this guy that like compared him, just like yeah, so that's how much light you're losing in just that one stop. And I was like, a 2.8 is five stops up, 4 or 5 stops up. I'm trying to remember because the numbers are weird, right? Because it's like it's 1.4 to 1.8, then it's 2, then it's 2.4. Hold up, I think it doesn't say it on this. Yeah, 2. Okay, it might be just 2 and then 2.8 because this one's only goes to 2 anyway. But like on this one, like you see it. So
yeah.
this one starts at 2, 2.4, 4, 5.6. Of course, is that sweet spot that a
And you're
lot of
lucky.
people love.
I have to adjust
Yeah.
the aperture in the camera itself, not on the lens.
Well, I mean, I can do that on here. Like, I can do both. Like, that's what you want,
Yeah,
right? But yeah, some lenses, I don't know. I don't have them all ready to go right now. But like some lenses, they like, I know what you're talking about. Where like you don't even have a freaking aperture ring on it. But I would say, hmm, how do you feel about? used equipment.
I'm fine with used equipment. Just needed a lens. But when I shopped
Yeah.
used on B&H, it was like nothing existed for some reason.
Yeah. And that happens. I would like genuinely, and I just told Jacob this too, I would genuinely be watching your local Facebook marketplace because every so often there will be like some crazy deals, right? Like I got so pissed off at this dude because I went to Dallas, right, Facebook marketplace to help him look for a camera because he's trying to get a camera, right? And like I was like giving him suggestions. I was like, it doesn't like you don't have to do Sony, right? You can do like some research on your own to decide which brand you want. But like I shoot Sony. And he was like, oh no, I'll get whatever you got, man. It's just like, and he was talking about getting like an FX3, and I was like, Jacob, why would you buy an FX3 as your first camera? And he's like, oh, I'll learn it eventually. I'm just like, yeah, in like 2 years, you know. But like, so I kind of talked him down a little bit. And he was gonna get like my B cam right now, which is the Alpha 6600. And I just for I don't even remember why I went to the DFW marketplace, but I did. Right, maybe I was going up there in a couple of days or something like that. I don't remember, but I found a deal for a Alpha 6600 for I think the girl was selling it for like $600, $600 or $700, and MSRP on it right now is still like new is still like I think 11 or 1200.
Hey,
So getting it used, and
50% off.
the shutter count I think was only like 800, which means that thing was barely used, right?
Dang.
For $600. Suffice to say, I told Jacob to buy it that day. He didn't. But he was gonna buy it the next day, right?
Mhm.
And I was like, all right, bro, just watch it, right? And it got sold. Like
Wow.
like half of like he was gonna get it like that evening the next day, and like noon I went on there and it was sold, right? Because I was like, it was a crazy deal,
It's
right? Because
50% off, basically.
right, pretty much. And like even right now, I think you could probably find them for about $800-900 used, right? Depending on what the shutter count and all that kind of stuff is, right? And that's body only still. Like some of them you'll get your kit lens with it, but then that like bumps it up to like $950,
Yeah.
$1,000, right? But yeah, like just back to the lenses though, I'm looking on lenses right now on Marketplace, and I've got a couple saved where it's just like you gotta like just talk to them, like just like message them, talk to the sellers. Some of them will even let you come see them, right, and all that kind of stuff, and like put them on your camera, right. And a lot of them are transparent about like if they have like scuffs or scratches or whatever. But most scratches aren't gonna affect like the lens. Like for example, um, this is a used lens, of course, because it's a vintage one. It's from like the 1900s. Of course, it's been used by other people. It's probably not going to show up on here, but there's like a little scratch like on like the edge, like right over here, right? It's probably not going to show up. It's really tiny. Like you have to like be right here and looking at it to see it right there, right? But once I pop it onto the camera, you don't notice, right? Like the scratch would have to be pretty much like dead center right, for it to even show up in the frame at all. So like I don't let that kind of stuff deter me from buying a lens, especially if it's giving it like another like 50 or more dollars off. Yeah, I'll take that little scuff that nobody's gonna even notice, right?
Exactly.
So I would look into that as well, because you could probably find yourself like I would recommend for sure the Sigma 16, but like even like just some lower aperture one, like even just a f2. And I think I talked to you about this like a year ago, where I was just like, I don't dip. Like I like the furthest up I'll go is like an f2. Like that would like I don't buy lenses that don't have at least they can go to f2, just because I know me and I know that like if I'm making an intern 2 or a super dog or whatever, I'm gonna be shooting like some stuff where I'm gonna need to be on f1.4 like I'm on right now. Because like I could turn off my light, I could bump up the aperture, or sorry, not aperture, the ISO, the bump down the shutter speed to the minimum that it could be, and I would still get great picture, right? Because that's just what you get at the f1.4. And so yeah, it's just I would recommend it, just knowing what I know that I want to shoot. But like for example, like for what you're doing, like for like the Superman recreation stuff, you're shooting in well lit places, right? And f2.8 is not gonna kill you, right? But it's just like I also try to shop for the future too. So like again, like if I know I'm gonna be making Battle World or something like that, and there's gonna be like a night sequence, I'm not gonna bring my 2.8s if I can bring my 1.4s. So yeah. But yeah, I would say yeah, it's a good lens for the price for sure. If you want to drop another $100, there's a bunch of other options, right? Like
Yeah.
I know I keep hearing about this lens. I don't know if you've ever seen the ads for this, but people are starting to buy them, and my boss, I don't was it Anderson or was it both of them? I don't remember, but I remember like showing them both this, and oh yeah, Anderson had a different story. Anderson's story was he had met a guy at a coffee shop who had the whole fleet of these, right? And they're actually like he was like I was because the ad had popped up while I was in this. I was like,
Yeah.
I hate getting these stupid ads and these stupid like lenses. Like I know they're crap and blah blah this and blah blah that because it's like it's a $300 lens 35 millimeter. Sorry, no, this is a 16 actually. The 16 millimeter f1.2, right? For 319.
Did
Yeah,
I
for
hear that
319.
correctly?
Yes, yes, yes. So like it's technically yeah, it's a one stop down from my lens, right? Um and yeah, it's 319. They have it in all the mounts. They have it in E mount, MFT, RF, X and L, which like that's Nikon, Fuji, Sony, Canon,
I need
and
RF.
it's 319. And I was seeing these like last like over the past like 2 years. And every time they pop up on my feed, like on the ads, I'm like, oh, I'm not buying this like crap. I've never heard of this brand. Like y'all are trying to scam me into getting like some crappy, third party lens, right? Like f1.2 my ass kind of thing. Where it's just like I know that this is not gonna be anything worth my time, But no, like everything that I keep hearing about them, like from Anderson and then from my boss, and I've seen a couple of videos, like just out of curiosity and they're pretty decent. Like I've seen some like the actual like examples of what they're shooting on them, and yeah, that's literally $19 more, right? You can get your Canon RF mount for 319, you know, and I don't know, like I'm not trying to be like a walking advertisement, but I'm just like saying that there's options out there for sure.
No, I'm gonna keep learning. Is I gotta keep looking and not go for like the first thing.
Yeah, and I had to learn that too as well because like, what was the first lens that I bought after my kit lens? The fact that I don't even remember just means I don't use it, right? But no, because like I didn't get like this Sigma that's pretty much glued onto my camera now. I didn't get that until we were shooting that murder mystery up in St. Louis, right? And that was because the only reason I got it was because we were doing a car scene, and the lens that I was using, which I think was one of my Rokinons, I was like, this is too tight. I was like, I'm putting it like all the way back in the dashboard, and I'm just like, it's not wide enough to like get in like the frame that I want. So I ended up getting this. I did like about 3 days worth of research, and then everybody was just like, yeah, Sigma, 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 right? Because you hear like Sigma, like the 56 millimeters, probably one of the best lenses like on the market. And so I was like, okay, I'll try it, right? And so I got it, and I got like the protection plan on just in case I wanted to refund it, for the shoot. And like I said, it's been glued on my camera ever since. But like they do have like lists, and like you can find these on like Reddit or like other like blog threads where they actually do go through pretty much every common lens on the market and they rank them. And most of the time, those rankings are like pretty much like completely accurate, right?
Hmm.
Like it's not just like some guy who's just like, oh yeah, Sigma pays me 500 on the side, and they are the S tier lens, right? And like they're like they will put they'll have like the Sigma 56 in like S, and they'll have like a Zoom Sigma in like D, right? So it's like it's not like it's completely unbiased. They're just trying to like it's just shooters helping other shooters. Um, and yeah, like I look at those for Sony all the time, like for the full frames and the APS-C, just to see like, okay, like when like it gets updated and they add like the new lens, like for example, that 17 to 40, that's coming out. I expect that to probably sit comfortably in the A tier, if not S, because it's a successor to a 18 to 35, right? It's like the Mark II of an 18 to 35 lens by Sigma. Also, I don't know. I'm expecting big things from it. That's why I want to get it.
I might get it as
But
well.
yeah, hey, if you got $1,000, go ahead and buy it. Right,
I don't have $1,000.
right. But then also, I know like Sears. I don't even know how to pronounce the brand, but it's like Suri. They have like the sets that they have too. Like for example, you can get a 24, a 35, and a 55 for 750. Right, that's three lenses for 750. That's not bad.
Yeah.
And you get a 16 and a 75 for 600. and they've got like a bunch of other options if you go to their site. But yeah, it's just like I said, probably the next lens that I'll get is that Sigma or some other zoom, right? Because I think I even probably said that when I was like, guys, I'm done buying film equipment forever now, unless it's a zoom lens, right? Like I think that was what I said. It was like the
Yeah.
next thing that I would ever get would be a zoom lens, and it would have to be a good zoom lens, like I said. Like a 0.8 zoom lens is like the best. Like I don't even think a 1.4 zoom lens exists. Like even for like $2,000 or $3,000, I don't think it's a thing, right? I think the most that you can get is a 1.8.
I think so.
Unless, correct me if I'm wrong, 'cause I would love to, I would love to buy a
Leave it down in the
$3,500 right 1.4 zoom lens, but I
Yeah.
genuinely don't think they exist because I've never seen or heard anything about those. So yeah, chop around your options. What would be your next lens after a 16? What would you get? Because like, what is focal length is your kit cover?
I think it's like 24 to 105.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I think if I
Yeah.
got the 16, I'd be fine for anything I would need in the near future.
Hey
Unless I
man,
go,
go wider. Get a 12.
what I'm saying
Get a
is like
12.
I would go wider before I would go closer.
Right. Like, cause my 12 is a f2, but it's still pretty good. Anderson had that fisheye, that 8mm
Mm-hmm.
that he just always had on his freaking desk. I've never want to see him use that thing, right? But
He's one to flex.
right, no, literally,
He's just
because I
like,
looked it up one time and it was like a $500 lens. I was like, why do you just have this sitting here?
that's what he does. He gets Legos and he gets
Right.
like really cool lenses and just sets them in his room.
Yeah, you know what? If I was at that point, I probably would do the same thing.
But yeah, I would
I
do the
would like
same
my
thing.
desk would literally just be all of my lenses and cameras just like all set up. It's
Yeah,
just like right next to me. It's just like a throne of like lens and camera equipment. It's like,
and you're like,
welcome, come
welcome,
in,
come
sit
into my
down.
office. And your throne is like made out of unbuilt Lego sets.
Right, literally. But yeah, for sure. I that's valid.
That's a
I'd say
topic
for
we
sure.
could use for another podcast is Lego and their ego.
Oh my gosh. I don't even want to get started on that. I'm tired of I like I like when I first saw this set, I think what was it at your birthday, right? When I first
Yeah,
saw it,
we were
like at
walking
the
like
Lego
Barnes
store,
Noble or
yeah, and I was
something.
like, "Oh, well, I want
Yeah.
this one."
Oh,
But like personally, it was $250, right? And like I think that's pretty decent-ish like for the size, right? But like I know for me since I wanted to be a paleontologist, like the ribs bother me because that is not what actual Tyrannosaurus ribs look like. The arms and the rib section, like the upper rib section, is very wrong. It's way too big.
you're gonna comment on Lego's account. Actually,
Right? It's just like, oh yeah, so guys, recall all the sets and fix this.
this rib
But
cage is
no,
not
I was
accurate too.
right. I was geeking out at the checkout with the cashier, and she was like, yeah, my paleontologist friend was also saying the same thing. And I was like, there's got to be like some kind of like mock online that you could find
Probably.
where like they fix it, because I was just looking at it, I was just like, that's really stupid how they let that slide through. But then like I remember like all like the Death Star, for example, right? $1,000 for that pancake, right?
Why?
And I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna cut my losses, right? And just take this. But no,
It's so dumb. Why would you pay 1,000 for this when you could pay $200 less for the entire Death Star?
dude, I genuinely don't see, like, cause like I told you, I was very interested in getting the set. I was saving up money and everything
Yeah,
for it.
I was gonna
But
too.
it's just like, dude, what is that thing? It's just like, I don't know. Like it could be the biggest freaking thing on the planet. It could be 3 feet tall or whatever. But I just think it's stupid that it's just a pancake. It's
Yeah,
stupid because
you
that
couldn't
defeats
like
the whole purpose.
half a sphere or something.
Right. Like a
There's a
half a
depth.
sphere would have been way better. Like from some angle, you need to be able to look at it and be like, oh, that's a spherical Death Star. Right. Even I would even settle for a quarter of a sphere. All right. I don't even care. Right? Just give me something, right?
Yeah,
That's not that. And like I saw like some video on it, I think it might have been on TikTok, where it's just like, what is with all these rooms? And it was just like they like zoomed in. It was just like a room with just like R2D2. Just like what scene is this? Right? Like you got like all these like big scenes. And you just got like this like a little room, and R2D2 is the only one in the room. Just like what are you even doing here? Right?
And
Like
it's not
remove
even
this
like
room and give me a sphere.
it's not even like I do with usual things like, "Oh, I'm not gonna get that," buys it anyway. This is like
Right?
I think it's mo everyone has agreed that it's like, 1, the price is over exaggerating, and it's not like a if I had $1,000 laying around, I'd go out and buy it just to have it. It's
Right?
like, there's no point in getting it because it's just
I genuinely don't see it. Even if it was only $500, I probably even still would get it.
if it was $50, I wouldn't get it.
Like it's literally like, and that's what makes it so bad is because like, yeah, there's sets that we pass on that like will be like 30, 50, $100, and that's fine, right? Because like somebody will probably get them or whatever. It's not really hitting Lego as hard. But like if everyone is like, because this is a UCS, right? So it's just like if everyone's just like, yeah, I'm not buying this UCS Death Star because it's one of those sets that I can just pass on and be fine. I really hope that Lego like gets the memo from that, because just like I think they're just genuinely trying to see how far
Yeah,
they
how
can
far
go
should we go?
before people stop buying it, which is stupid. Like why? Like just make decent sets. Like
Yeah.
your job as a company is to make decent sets.
That's what's dumb is like recently they've been like they've popped off. They go like, "Look at this epic set, and it's a reasonable
Right.
price, and it's amazing." And then you turn around and they give like, I just went to Target the other day, and they had the new Oscorp,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
building
I've
Lego
seen
set,
that. Yeah.
and, like, there's this really cool Lego Spider-Man set right here, and then you go to this one, and it's, like, not even half a building. Like, it's like a 4 by 6,
Yeah.
and it's just
I think I saw it at the Lego store when I was getting
I was
that.
like,
Yeah.
you make
No.
this set over here that's, like, amazing, and then you turn around and you make this, something that I could build on my own."
Yeah. No, I don't know. Like it has to be like a how many like pieces can we cut out? How
Yeah,
stupid can we make this build before they stop buying it? Right? Like that's got to be it. Because I genuinely don't understand. Like looking back on like Lego when we were kids, right? Versus Lego now. It's just like, and it's not even, oh, we were kids, so it was just like the best thing ever. It's just like, even looking
yes.
back on those sets now, if they were selling those sets now, like not even on like no nostalgia stuff, like that was just the new sets, I would buy those, right? Because it's just like they were better builds. They like actual seemed like more care was put into them, you know? I
Like,
don't know.
in the background here, this is the X-Wing from, like, when I was a kid,
Yeah.
and that was, like, 60, maybe $70, and then,
Right.
like, my brother has the newer one in his room,
Yeah, I have the newer
and
one.
it's
Yeah.
like it was like $80, $90, and it's smaller than that one.
Wait, mine's smaller than that. I
Yeah,
have two of them. Hold
like,
up.
I picked my brother's up when I got this one out of, like, storage, and went and, like, put them together, and, like, the new one fit on top of mine.
So wait, we're talking about this one, right?
Yeah, that one.
With the R2D2, the Luke and the Leia and the what's the other guy's name? The one general guy. That's it.
Yeah, the one guy he's got the gray hair.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah,
this thing is
that's
so small it could fit
yeah.
on top of yours.
Yeah, that could basically that's like, "Don't bother me and my son ever again." That's basically what it is.
Oh my gosh, that's really tragic.
I think, like, the last Lego set that's come out recently that I saw, which was reasonably priced, I don't think I have it in here, but not recently, but the Millennium Falcon here, it was,
Mm-hmm.
like, 150. I think that's
Yeah.
appropriately priced for that, and that's, like, the Rise of Skywalker one,
Okay.
but it's Millennium Falcon.
Oh, would you even say that? You gotta give a trigger warning for me and the audience before mentioning that movie.
It's that and, like, some other one that came out recently that I got that was, like,
Hmm.
appropriately priced, and then I look over at the Clone Turbo tank, and I just love the video I saw, like, the one guy, he's like he tries to pick it up, and it just, like
Hmm.
it's so weak that he's just like, "Oh, yeah, I can't wait to play with my."
No, yeah, no. When me and Caitlin were in the Lego store, we saw somebody that was about to buy it, and
You just walk up to him like, "Don't."
yeah, I wanted, I wanted to so bad. I was just like, I kind of just like, I just gave him like a. He didn't look at me, but I looked very disappointed. If he did look over, he'd just be like,
You did, like,
just
this like,
yeah,
the Mr. Krabs and
yeah,
the
yeah.
one,
It's
like,
just
"Should we tell him?" Who's gonna tell him?
Please save your money. But no, it was
The Interstellar meme. Make him stay,
no.
Woody. No, no, make him stay.
Go.
Let me go.
If he checked out, I probably would have said something. I'm not gonna lie, but he was just looking at it. I think he
I'd
did.
rather
I
get.
don't think he ended up buying.
I should have gotten it when I saw it at Target, but it's the droid ship, the new one, the blue
Mm-hmm.
one. I'd rather
Yeah,
get
yeah.
that,
Was
'cause
that
that's
was that the one? Was that the one with Cody in it?
no, that it
Or
has
no?
Bakara
Yeah,
in it.
yeah. I know it was one of them.
Bly is the one that's in the tank,
Yeah, buys in the tank.
which I'm just gonna buy the Bly figure.
Wait, which big set was Cody in? Phase 2 Cody.
He was in the AT. He was in this one,
Yeah,
the
okay.
ATT.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
I like how
I
I can
wanted to
just
get
be
that
like,
set. He's like, oh yeah, right there.
right
Oh
there.
no, it was actually this
Oh,
one.
that
Oh,
Lego
my
set?
bad.
You mean the Razor Crest? Yeah, I got that right there. The Star Destroyer with Cal Kestis.
Anyway, do we have to go collection for collection right now? Because I'll pull out some cool stuff if you want me to.
Do you see
All right.
what's sitting? These are 2 of the shelves of the 3, actually 4 or 5 that are standing behind me.
Listen, I've never been a big Funko guy, so it just doesn't impress me. I'm sorry.
There's someone
all
out
right?
there that's gonna be like,
No, yeah, for sure.
"Is that the
Yeah,
Daredevil shelf?"
they're gonna be like trying to like name every single one of them, or like, yeah, no, not me though, not me. I've always been a figure guy. I don't even like statues. Like I've seen cool statues, but like I just love to be able to pose my stuff. Right? If I can't like put it in a pose and I don't want it to be put in, I don't see a point in buying it.
Yeah, I got my figure shelf right here. Just like
Okay. I got my figure shelf over there, and I got so much figures that I still got some in a box. I gotta go buy another shelf. You know.
the one at Walmart that I got, not this one, but the one that's over here off screen is like $50.
Yeah, I think next paycheck is a paycheck after that. Which whenever when I don't buy the restaurant thing, I'll get another shelf because I want to put like my Jules figure up, like the Pulp Fiction one. And then I want to put up the Anakin and Obi one because right now it's just like it's at the bottom of that one. Yes, my San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Anakin and Obi-Wan Mustafar Battle 2-pack MSRP, not what I paid for.
MSRP down here.
Right? But still,
What I'm gonna pay for it.
Nah, you don't have to get out that you're just gonna get the mainline ones.
Dude, people have already found them.
Yeah, I saw that.
Like they've already found them out.
And the Obi-Wan's already sold out, like on pretty much everywhere. Which was crazy that the Anakin wasn't the one that sold out. I guess they made more of him.
Well, what's weird is that the Walmart where I live gets
Mhm.
figures early, and Walmart
Yeah.
doesn't listen to anything. They just throw them on there when they get them. I found Han, Chewie, and Marin from Survivor all on the shelf next to each other like a week or 2 before they come out. I was like, thank you.
No, yeah. I don't know. I definitely, if I find the main line in stores, I'll probably get another Anakin just cause. All right.
Just
I don't know.
come to my GameStop. They've got like my GameStop has the Clone Wars style and the Phase 1 Rex. They have like 5 of each of them just sitting there.
God. No, I don't think I ever showed a picture of the figure, the Ahsoka figure that I got.
Yeah.
Because, and I'll tell you exactly why. Like everything looks like, just on a surface level, it looks good, right? But because like, look at it, like just looking at it like that, it pulls into focus eventually one day. See, this is why I hate having to focus on figure reviews. Like figure reviews were like the bane of my existence. Hold up, let's see. Right? No, it hates me. Why is my face still in focus? I don't understand.
Maybe put just the figure in the camera.
Okay, nothing.
Yep, that's as good as you're gonna
What
get.
is even in focus? It's still me.
Hang on, I was thinking about it.
Wait, what was it? Thinking about it?
It had it there for a second.
I shouldn't have moved it. That was on me. Whatever. Anyway, let's see. I'm putting this thing in manual focus because I would rather pull it myself.
Oh, there we go.
Is it focus now?
It was in focus.
Yeah. There you go. Like on the surface, it looks pretty freaking good, right? It's a solid design.
Yeah.
But look at this. It comes off that easily. I can literally just pull it off. And it doesn't ever like clip in. And I tried to, like I looked at it, it doesn't like clip in. And this is not even an alt head figure. Right. So I don't know why it's so easy. Just like I could take 2 fingers and just pop it off. and it's so annoying. It's so annoying. Like I literally accidentally popped it off, taking it out of the freaking box, and I was like, "There's no way I just broke this. I just got it." But no, it's literally just like it's not even loose. It's just it's easy to take off. Because like once it's on there, you can kind of like move the head around and stuff like that. Like that's I'm pretty sure that's the security level it's supposed to be, which is just weird. But you just like yeah.
The the
So
the Ahsoka that I found, that's the Siege of Mandalore one.
mhm.
Not to brag or anything, that I found at a store, but
Wow.
but like she was more like when I taking her out of the box, she was like a
Mhm.
brand new, like she was still like cracking and
Right.
stuff. And I was like,
Right.
"We found you at like a game exchange. How are you still this good quality?"
Crazy. No, yeah. I mean, I guess it's because of reissue. I don't know. I don't know. I don't like the reissues. Like, cause yeah, my Anakin was the Black Series reissue, and I guess it's all right, right? But definitely, I think the original one from whatever year that was probably a better like built figure, which is weird because it's just the same model. Like, why isn't it just the same thing? I don't know. But you have the Captain Rex reissue. How's that figure? Is it
The
good?
phase 2,
Yeah, yeah, that's a reissue. That's not the original one, I think, because like what you got that like a couple years ago.
I got him this year.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, that's that would be the second. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it looks like my figure, but I don't know.
Hey, look, stays on.
Who would have thought?
Who would have thought?
No, that's the only Black Series figure that I've had that issue with. You know, I don't know. Maybe it's just mine. I don't know if I buy another one and it'd be fine. I don't know. I'm not, but maybe it is. I'd say for sure. I wish that Palpatine Mace Windu was in a New York Comic Con exclusive because that's gonna piss me off because I want that.
That was sick.
I
It was
know.
like all the
I
lightning
know.
effect and everything.
Right. What I do really want is that freaking center steelbook. All right. I want that center steelbook so bad. Okay.
Just go to the Waco Mall, and you'll go to Richland Mall.
Not there, man. Matt didn't even find it. You know? I'm telling you, the scalpers freaking they got like every single one of them somehow. All right. And
I
what
was
was crazy was before like it officially came out and everything, I had found this site that was selling them in like New Zealand or Australia, but like they did like worldwide shipping. And I didn't buy it because I thought it was like a scam, right? I was a little worried about it. I was like, I ain't never heard of this site before, right? And I even like Googled it. I was like, is this a reputable site? They're like, yes, it's reputable, but it's just in Australia and New Zealand. Like it's really popular over there, right? And like it was going like, and I was like, okay, right. And I was just like thinking about it. I was like telling my coworkers about it. I was like, I don't know. Cause like it was selling it like probably the MSRP on that was like a little bit above regular retail, right? And so I was like, right. It wasn't like scalper like $100 for it. It was just like maybe like 40, right? And so I was like, okay, I'm thinking about it. And I went back and it was gone. It was sold out. Like it wasn't even like no low stock warning. It was just like I think they just stumbled upon it and they bought all of them. And I was like, there's no way.
You should have done it.
Yeah, I was like, cause like I put it in my cart and everything, and like I was gonna put my card information in, and I was just like, I don't know, like I don't know if I trust this site, cause like, is it gonna come like it was saying? Like I went all the way through to see if it was shipped to like my address and everything, you know, and everything was good, right? All I had to do was pay, and I just didn't do it, man, no, and it made me so upset.
I've
It
done that a
made me
few
so
times.
upset.
When I was looking for the Thunderbolts figures,
Yeah.
like I was looking for them, I was like scrolling through like the shopping. It was like on Walmart, it was like $14 for like
Mm-hmm.
Yelena or Red Guardian or whatever by themselves, like
Right.
14,
Right.
twelve
Right.
dollars. And I was like, I clicked on it. This wasn't like a real thing. It was like a scam. It wasn't like what you were saying. It was an actual thing, but it was like
Yeah.
a real thing. But it was like 6-inch Yelena figure. It was like a obviously fake title, like whatever. I was like,
Yeah. You got to watch that for figures. Cause like I know for me, I was gonna get like I want to get the Atomic Breath Godzilla -1 figure, right? And like somebody was selling it for like I want to say because I think the retail for that is like over $100. Because I know like the one that I got in Japan, I still would think even converting it was like 120 or something like that. And so I was gonna buy this one from this guy that was selling it for like $80, something like that. And I was like, okay, it's out of box or whatever. So yeah, sure, okay, I get the markdown. But then I'm looking at the pictures and like the paint job just looks a little kind of off, right? And it wasn't until like I didn't know buying it, but it wasn't until like a couple weeks later I saw like they have like this like fake one that they're selling on like AliExpress and like all of those like apps and like Temu or whatever, right? For like $25. And it's literally like the Godzilla, like let's see if I can pull it up. It's the Atom Breath Godzilla, right? But it's like some kind of freaking discount version of it. And like the guy was honestly trying to sell it, right? Like I don't know, maybe he thought maybe he found out it was a scam and was trying to like see if he could get his money back. Like he got scammed. This thing right here is like $16, right? But it's like, and they got it, like the way they got it posted up is they got it, like it kind of looks legit. And then the box looks like the Monster Arts box, like that's what it looks like the one that I got, the minus color one looks like that. And it even says Bondi on it. Right? So it's just like, okay, all right, like if I was on AliExpress, right, and I saw this for like $100 something, I might have thought it was legit, right? And I was looking at it, I'm like, okay, bro, like what are we doing here? So yeah, you gotta be wary with them figures, man. They'll try to scam the heck out of you.
Well, the when I was at GameStop the other day, have you seen the low figures? They're Bandai as well.
Mm,
Hang on,
little
let's grab mine.
figures. Yeah.
They're smaller ones. They're like this big.
Yeah, I've seen those. Yeah, they got those at like Walmart and stuff, right?
Yeah, like Walmart, GameStop, whatever. But
Yeah,
they had this one, Heisei or Heisei. I can never
yeah.
pronounce it correctly.
Heisei, I think it is.
Heisei or whatever.
Yeah.
Had him, my favorite era. But they had the Burning Godzilla one.
Oh, okay. That's such a depressing scene.
I, I sent Matt a reel after he watched it that was like, man, an hour and 29 minutes into Godzilla versus Destroyer, and it's just this guy screaming in pain. And he's like, why have you been hiding this peak from me? I was like, we've been telling you to watch it.
Oh, for real. Like
But watching that scene for
some
the
of the
first
like
time,
yeah, some of them are stinkers for sure, but other ones are like really freaking good. And
yeah.
it's like when I was doing my rewatch for the first time, because I know we were kind of watching them like you were ahead of me, but like we kind of started at the same time. And I was just like getting through like those first ones. I was like,
It's like,
man, these suck. I was like, yeah, I was like, these movies are so bad. I'm not gonna be able to get through all of these. But once I finished, which one was the last one that I feel like I hated? And then I think this is one that people like. I think it
Gigan?
was Rodan. Rodan, like it was one of the first ones, right? Because like I was watching them all in order, right? And yeah, I think it was Rodan, where it's just like, my God, like I think I took like a week watching it because like I could not finish it. It was just like, this is so bad. I have to watch something else. And I feel like people like Rodan for some reason. Like I saw a couple of videos where people were like, oh yeah, Rodan's such a good movie. I was like, do we watch the same thing? Because like even like because you have to approach it and realize that it's like a Japanese style film, right? Especially like those really early ones, right? It's like they have a different style that they make their movies, how movies end, how the plot works. The tropes that we have here in America, they don't really like abide by those rules because again, those are like American film rules that we're just used to watching. But even by those standards, I was just like, this is terrible. I was just like, because like there's like, for example, Evangelion is a great example of just like how different the Eastern versus Western storytelling is. And like I love Evangelion, right? But like if I showed it to like my mom or like some like casual film watcher, right? They'd be like, it's the biggest piece of dog shit that I've
Yeah.
ever seen in my life, because they have like a track mindset,
Yeah.
But nah, them early Godzilla movies. Once I got to No, it was way before Destroy All Monsters. Which one was it? Well, that was just like, this is the best thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yo, check out, not to like flex my Itachi phone case.
Itachi. Okay, all right. Not even the best character in Naruto. Let's be for real.
Whoa.
Okay.
One of. Not the, but one of.
Yeah, for sure. He's up there.
I just like him so much because I can relate to him since I have a younger brother.
Since you killed. Oh,
Yeah, I killed
two different
all
mindsets
my
there.
generations and kept my brother
Yeah, since
alive.
you killed your entire family and close relatives and everybody else.
And it would left my brother alone and was like, "Come to me
Yeah.
when you're stronger."
I was like, I didn't know you were hard like that.
It's Godzilla. Godzilla raids again. Mothra,
Yeah.
Ghidorah again. Ibira, son of Godzilla, and then destroy all monsters.
I think it was either Mothra versus Godzilla was the first one where I was just like, oh, this is really good.
Mm-hmm. They always hit when they do Mothra and Godzilla.
Yeah.
It's like those always just like they get that right.
No, for sure. But definitely once I was at Destroy All Monsters, I was just like,
Yeah.
yeah, peak.
Did you ever get to Megalon?
Let me go back to it.
That has the craziest poster for it.
I'm not gonna lie, that's out of focus for me, but I'm trying to. It doesn't look familiar now.
It's Godzilla and Megalon on top of the Twin Towers. Yeah.
Is that
It's
in the movie?
No. They
Okay, it was
they don't go to
just
New
for the
York
poster.
City or fight. They just
Okay.
made the poster as the Twin Towers, and then Godzilla and Megalon are on top of them fighting. It's like they don't even go to New York. They don't even go to America. They don't even fight on top or like near any buildings. They always fight out in the middle of a field. It's
So
just like
it was just like for marketing purposes, I
yeah,
guess.
to make someone go, I know that.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember if I watched that one. But dude, what I need is some of those scores to be on streaming. Okay. I like some of them I can't even find online. Some of them I can find on YouTube and stuff like that. But like I mean, it's the same way with like a lot of animes too, where it's just like even Naruto is like a good example where they don't have like the full score on streaming, and I don't understand. Thankfully nowadays, like you get the score like the day the film comes out, if not
Yeah.
before that, right? But it's just like all of those older stuff, it's cooked. It's cooked. It's like I know that like the files or something exist somewhere. Just like somebody drop them, right?
Yeah.
Please, you know. But I digress.
We can how we can end it, Shane?
How can we end it?
What? You don't want me to open up my brand new Scarlet and Violet Journey Together Pokemon packs?
Bro, I thought you said you were done with Pokemon cards.
You should know me by now. When I say I'm done, I mean for that day.
Bruh.
But I was really done. And then what was funny is that I'm sorry if somehow the guy who did this or the guys that did this are watching right now. I'm sorry that I took your cards.
Oh dear God.
But
You stole somebody's cards?
hang on, let me tell a story.
Okay.
So you know how I was saying like they had the Pokemon cards here and the Spider-Verse Lego figures here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I went up there and I saw the Pokemon cards and they had like I guess the new spring whatever.
Okay. Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's cool. I'll just pick it up. I don't know. I'm not like a Pokemon like these guys where they're like they're running in and they're like, oh my gosh, they have the Pokeball. I have to get it. I was just like, hey, cool, Pokeball. There's 3 booster packs in here. Why not? I'm more of a casual Pokemon puller, I guess.
For now.
But
That's always how it starts, okay?
I
Because
know,
Lewis
I
was
know.
once casual, Jacob was once casual, and both of them are both addicts now. All right.
I'm gonna try and distance myself. But it was just like, oh, this is cool 10 thing. I'll get it, whatever. But I'm gonna like walk off and come back because I knew Lewis had his picture where he was just like, I have 4 of them.
Yeah, ball. Yeah.
Yeah. I meant to take a picture of like me as myself.
Yeah. Your Pokemon card spread.
Yeah. But I walked off and like as I was walking, because they're on the same aisle as the action figures. I was like, let's see if anything crazy had come out.
Right.
And like the guy comes running up and he has 3 packs of these in his hand and something else. I don't know. But then he was looking at it. And this other guy came up and started talking about it. He's like, oh, and the other guy came up and he's like, oh, dang it. All the scalpers took all the stuff. And I was like, press F for respects for my fallen brother.
For sure.
I know how it feels. And then they started talking about like what was in this. Like he was like, oh, you can get like Scarlet and Violet, you can get this and this and this and this and then I was like, I was kind of casually listening to be like,
Yeah.
But they had this thing that was like mystery 5-pack.
Mm-hmm.
It was like 4 packs, and then like the 5th one was like either just a regular pack or like a vintage pack.
Mm-hmm.
Like, ooh, I'll take a chance, and I got one of those. But like, I stood there, went back to the Lego aisle, and they both left, and the one guy that was there like set his 3 packs of these down, grabbed a Pokeball, and like walked off. And I was like, he did set them down. So at that point, I'd have to say they're free game. So I just like, I grabbed the 3 packs, the mystery box, and one of these, and like left.
So you stole their freaking cards.
He set them down. He, like, I would say as soon as you set them down, I think they're free game at that point.
I mean, I guess, but it's like, it's almost like, what if he was just setting them down? He was gonna come back.
He came back, but no cards.
Be ashamed of yourself. You should be ashamed of yourself.
I know, I felt bad
How much
'cause,
money
like,
would you say that you spent on Pokemon cards so far?
no, I got this thing I got.
No, yeah. See, that's what I thought. Because when I asked Jacob that question, he was in Japan. He said he was probably in quadruple digits by now, and that's insane to me. I'm sorry, I can't imagine spending over a band on Pokemon cards, like in total. Like, of course, not at once, but like still in totality, right? That's insane to me. That's insane to me. Okay.
That's insane to me too, Shane. Wait, quadruple? No, wait, okay, no, I'm not that crazy. Never mind. Not quadruple digit.
That's
I'm not there yet.
$1,000 plus. Yeah.
No,
I know you in triple digits. There's no way you're not in triple digits. All right. That's like once you like over like 3 or 4 purchases in, you hit triple digits, right?
yeah, there's no way.
That's just how that works.
Well, my
you
first
know?
purchase was like that lunchbox and the tins.
Right.
It was like, okay, I just like, I'll get this and see what happens. I'll scratch the itch, and then here I am now.
I can't do it. I've never been interested in Pokemon anyway. Like
I've never been
cards,
to
bro.
Pokemon either anyway. But it's just like,
So
it's like the Terry and Oakland and like, ooh, that card. But the thing is,
okay, no, literally, Jacob, when we were in Japan, we were at this train station, and like we had just came from a mall where you could like it was like limit 1 per customer, so he had me and Will go in there and buy them, right? And one of my terms, right, to get mine was I wanted to open the pack. Like he could have the cards, but I just wanted to open it, right? And if there was a Charizard, because that's why I got my Charizard card. I was like, there's a Charizard, I get to keep it. Like that was my 2 terms for like going and doing it, and I forgot what Will did. Will also like had a deal, right? But so we were in the train station waiting for our bullet train, and so I opened the pack, I did the whole thing. He like told me like how you like supposed to like reveal the cards so you get the best one last and blah blah this and blah blah that, right? I did the whole thing. I felt nothing. I was like, wow, pieces of paper.
glowing piece of paper, extra
Yeah, and it's
glowing
just
piece
like,
of
yeah,
paper.
it's like literally like the last like 3 or whatever glow like shiny, but the other ones are just pretty much trash. So it's just like to me,
Yeah,
I never like I just can't see the appeal of that. Where I know like more than half, if not 90% of what I'm getting is useless. Like
yeah,
at every
pretty much.
hotel we stayed at in Japan, Jacob left a fat stack of cards, like just like I don't even know like how tall, like
Like he
at
just
least
left them
about
there.
this tall, yeah, cards at every single hotel that he just left because they were all
He just
trash.
left them there.
Yeah, he just left them. He just left them. He didn't throw them away. He just left them like on the counter.
Here's your tip.
And no, yeah, I was like, I can't get to that point. I was like, I'm
Like,
not,
I
not
can't get to
even.
that point. I already had like the stack I have of just regular cards is like this thick already. It's just like
You're already too far gone. You see, because I had a
you're too
conversation with
far gone.
Lewis. I had a conversation with Lewis when he was first starting out. Okay.
And now and
So
then
I
he
told
got
him.
the person
Yeah,
on
I
the
told him.
list
I
was
was
a
like,
wedding
listen,
gift.
man, you just better watch it. I was like, Jacob's already in here. He's in too deep, right? Don't you fall. He's like, I'm not Jacob. Look at him.
Yeah, yeah.
So you watch it. You watch it, man.
As we're getting in the car to leave the wedding rehearsal, he's being handed a box of Pokemon cards
Right?
as a wedding gift.
Like, come on now. Like, he's gone. He's gone.
It
Both
just
him and Jacob are gone.
you were like just like the guy with the Lego turbo tank. You just had to be like.
Yes.
But the thing is, I'm not like so the guy I watch on YouTube, like he knows
Mhm.
all the stuff. Like he's been into it his whole life. So like when he pulls a
Right.
card, he's like, "Oh, I know this guy," and he's like, he'll know if a card's rare or like expensive or not.
Yeah, just like off rip. Yeah.
But for me, it's just like I don't know any of that. Like I think I know like a max of like 10 Pokemons,
Mm-hmm.
Pokemans, whatever.
Pokemon.
But like I'm not even like I don't even, so I don't know any of that. So I just like I'll get to like the rare card or whatever.
Right.
And if it's just like a normal, like just the Pokemon and like all the stuff on it, I'm like, oh, all right, cool. I guess that's rare. But if I pull it out and like it's like a full art or whatever, I'm just like, ooh, that card's cool. Ooh, it looks cool.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm just like, ooh, that's a cool looking card. I feel like I'm gonna like
Yeah.
pull one of like the rarest cards ever. That's
And
like
just not know.
$200 and be like, oh, that's a cool one. I guess I'll put it over here. I kind of have a concept of what, because I think I have like one of my cards that I pulled that was is like a $10 card. So
Yeah.
I was like, all right, $10 card, I'll take that.
Right.
But I was just like, I kind of know what to look for now after watching that guy and some other videos. But I feel like if I ever did like a YouTube stream or like if I opened one here on the podcast or something, I'd be like, oh,
Right.
that card's cool. And you're just like,
Yeah, it's just like somebody in the audience is just like he just pulled $1,000 card.
well, I was thinking like, because the guy I watched, he spent like $5,000 on 13 boxes of the Destin Rivals booster packs. Yeah, he
How
spent
much? How much money did you just say?
$5,000. He spent $5,000 for 13 of the booster packs, but like the ETBs, that's what it is, of Destin Rivals, just to get that $150 Mewtwo. He dropped and he didn't get it. He got 13 boxes. Opened, I can't even think of like how many booster packs there are. But he opened all of them, didn't get it, didn't get the Mewtwo at all. He got the other rare ones that are like $50 or $60, but he didn't even come close to getting the other one.
Did he like? Would you even say he got his like money back from like the amount of rare
Did he
cards
get
he pulled?
$5,000 back? No, he didn't get 5,000. He didn't even get 1,000 back. Dude, his face when he pulled the last card, I've never seen a man in more of a like state of depression than when he pulled that last card out.
My
Because he was just
God.
like he pulled it out and he was like, I think he just died right there on the spot.
No, he just goes on camera. You just hear, and that's the end of the stream.
But it was like, I was thinking it was gonna be so funny if like he spent all that money to get it, and I go and buy like a booster pack
Yeah, just one pack
bundle that's
you
like
just pull
6 of them, and I just
Yeah.
first one pull the rare Mewtwo. If I did it, I would have taken a picture and just sent it to him on something and be like, "Hey, look."
It's just like that dog when he realizes he's cooking. Just just gotta accept it, man.
I was
Nah,
just
like that's a gateway to gambling. Okay, I'll just let you know right now. What y'all are doing is a gateway to gambling. Okay,
you're gonna come back to us like in a year, and me, Lewis, and Jacob are gonna be in Vegas. Like,
I
bet it
believe
all
it.
on red.
I believe it. I believe it because Jacob already loves gambling. That's the whole thing. He already gambles. But no, I mean, like, because like I've never gambled before, but I would gamble just to say I did it, right? Like I'd go to Vegas and go in like a big casino, maybe with like $500 of spending money and spend it all just to say that I did it one time, right? I don't think I'd ever be like dropping, like, for example, like my grandmother. I don't even know how much money she spent on gambling, but she's like made some money back, you know, and
Yeah.
she's like won like trips and stuff too. Like I think one of the first time we went to the Bahamas, she won that trip from gambling. So it's like, yeah, that's cool and all, but like, are you in the hole? Like when it gets to the
Yeah.
point where you don't know if you're in the hole and stuff anymore, that's when you know you need to stop going. You know, it's just like, yeah,
My parents, my dad took a business trip because like I'm not gonna get onto it, but like my dad works his
right,
butt off.
yeah,
He's like the hard. He's where I get all my hard work and determination from, definitely, because
right,
he's just
right,
like a hard worker. Because of that, his bosses and stuff like take him on trips to be like, "Thank you for getting us that huge customer,"
right,
because like it made us a lot of money. It's gonna make blah blah whatever.
right.
And so they took him on a trip to Vegas, and my mom went, and they said that like they put $20 on some whatever game. They got
Mm-hmm.
$200 back, and they they're like, they just stopped and they're like, we're just gonna take our
Yeah,
money.
right. Just cash out. Yeah. Now the second I like for example, like I said, I'd like bring like 500 in, like spend it all. Like the second I'm like back out of the hole or whatever like that, I would just be like, okay, I cut my losses, right?
Yeah.
Like even like I feel like it's even more of a because like the way that they kind of get you is like they give you like small wins or they might give you like one big win and you come back, right, kind of thing. But it's just like motherfucker like me. All right, you give me $1,000 once from like $50. I'm never coming back because the odds of me doing that again are even lower, you know? So it's just like, what is even the point, right?
Yeah.
I know that, like just mathematically. Like it's like winning the lottery. Like if you win the lottery one time, the odds of you ever winning the lottery again, like, are incredibly low. Cause just that one time is like such a like one in millions of chances. So to do it twice, you're doubling that. So it's like, yeah, nah. I'd get my $500 back. Like even just getting my $500 back, I would be
Mhm.
I'd
Yeah,
leave.
but
Yeah. Like I'd be like, all right, thank you. Yeah, I did it. Yeah, I gambled.
it'd
Right.
be so hard for me because like I'd put whatever money down and get like,
Right.
even if I got like quadruple, if I even got like double my money back, I'd be like,
Right. Yeah, but what if I
it'd
do
be
it
so.
again?
What if I just?
Yeah, yeah, no. But again, that's what I'm saying. You gotta think about the odds. All right. You gotta think about the odds. But you see, people don't think about it. All right. People like, cause I think if like, I don't know, I could probably like chat GPT it or something like what the actual odds are like of you like winning. But like, then again, like what I'm saying is like, let's just say it's like 1 in 1,000 chance, right? And you hit that 1 of 1,000. If you do it again, it's not another 1 of 1,000. Now it's like 1 over 2,000. It doesn't increase, it decreases. If you do win twice, winning a third time is going to be even less likely. So it's just like, I can see like the math is sound, right? Like the statistics is sound, right? So you're not getting any more of my money, right? Because I'm gonna have to lose like another like 50, 100 times before I even get anything again. And I'm not about that. I like my bread. I like my bread in my pocket. Okay. But I don't know. I like for sure I would, like I said, I would go to Vegas just for the one time. Like I'm the kind of person that would do everything at least once, except for buy Pokemon cards. Well, hey, don't raise your eyebrow at me.
Anything.
Well,
You would do anything once.
yeah, pretty much. All right, so you gonna open this card pack or what are we doing here?
You
You
want me
just
to
gonna keep holding it?
in the podcast on the?
Yeah, sure. Let's see, and then we'll get some comment saying, yeah, he pulled $100 card
Wow,
as
this
you like throw
YouTube
it
is
in the
really
trash
cool.
or something like that. Okay,
Man.
okay. So this is the high right here, the opening,
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's part of it.
the dopamine boost.
If I can open the card,
He's fumbling on stream
you can.
live
Yep.
for everyone to
Well,
see.
yeah, live one part.
Yeah, for the fans.
That's next episode. Talk about how much we love K-pop Demon Hunters, even though we were on
Yeah,
like
it'd just be an hour of me talking about Zoe.
you.
us talking about Zoe.
I don't know the card trick for this pack, so
Okay.
let me just check. I'm gonna put the energy on the front. I know how to do that.
Okay.
All right, cool. The rare's on the back.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
We got fire energy.
Okay. The Fire Nation.
Him.
Okay. That guy looks familiar.
Torchic? Torque?
Okay.
Torchic?
Torch.
Yeah.
Torch.
Yes.
Torch. Okay.
Lilid.
Right.
Ligant? I don't know.
Like,
I'm sorry
okay.
to all Pokemon fans that I'm
Right. Just like, dear God, he's butchered all these names.
Graveler?
Graveler. Yeah. Okay.
Dunsparce? Ooh, that's actually, you can't see it, but it's like a knitted puppet.
Okay.
That's actually kind of cool. All right. Ooh,
Okay.
that's actually some sick art.
Yeah. That's some nice art. I'll give you that.
Organite.
Squirrel Girl.
Greet it.
The greed. We talk about the Bible. Nice.
Nice. I think this is, first reverse hollow.
Okay.
Mr. Mime.
Mime. I feel like I know that name. I feel like that's a Pokemon I know.
He was like one of the, ooh,
Yeah. That's where I know from. Okay, yeah.
Who's the
Okay.
guy?
Yeah.
Second reverse hollow. Who is it? In's Castle. Oh yeah, trainer card. Are you ready, Shane? Here's me pulling the $1,000 card.
Okay, here we go.
The Ducolo.
Ducalo. That sounds expensive. That
It
sounds
sounds
expensive.
that sounds like $1,000 to me.
That sounds like $1,000 to me for sure.
I don't know, kind of a sick art. Oh well.
I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look up how much it is.
Ludicolo. 37 out of 159.
Okay,
There's your code for anybody that plays the game.
real.
Get your points.
Congratulations.
What is it like?
Look at that 100, buddy.
I got a cent.
For 1.0 is a dollar. It's worth $1.
I'll $1. Let's go.
Right. Nah, like Jacob was throwing away cards that was worth like $5. Right. And I was telling him, I was like, dude, if I could like even sell it to get like the money I spent back on the pack, I would still do that, you know? But he's like, this is useless. I'm not going through all that effort. And I was like, okay, I guess it would be like a lot of effort to sell all those $5 cards, but still, you know?
Yeah, I definitely don't have 10 more packs over there to open.
All right. Well, that was a great first episode of whatever we were calling this podcast. I don't remember. I don't even think we decided actually. Yeah, whatever. Right. We'll let Ryder open his Pokemon cards in peace.
Yes, yeah.
And I'm gonna, what's today? Sunday? Dang, no new episodes or anything coming out. I guess I'm gonna rewatch Peacemaker. Yeah. Woo. All right. Well,
Speaking of Peacemaker, I might go watch the Suicide Squad with my mom and dad because they've never seen it.
really?
Yeah, we watched the. I've tried to get them to watch it ever since it came out, but they didn't want to. They were like busy.
I just rewatched it. I think like a couple days before Peacemaker came out. Just like kind of refresh myself just a little bit. And also because it's like hilarious, right? And yeah, that's peak comic book movie right there. But yeah. All right. Well, I'll leave you to it then. Next time we'll talk about more Japan
Demon
stuff.
Hunters.
Yeah, we'll talk about Korea and Japan. Yeah, that'll be our Eastern themed episode.
Well, I mean, we could. I'm down for talking about Demon Hunters next week to just like give up because Matt and Lewis had already seen it and they were loving it like when it first came out. We came in at the end of the hype train.
Relate. Yeah, right. Like I saw it in the theaters. Yeah,
and we were like,
completely crazy experience. But we'll go over that next time. All right?
Yeah, next episode, our Eastern episode.
Yes, of course. All right. We'll see you guys next time.
See you later.